My name is Jodi Melendez, and I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx.
My name is Katherine Faña, and I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic, and I've lived in New York for the last 10 years.
Hi, I'm Honey from Brooklyn. Jessica Cruz. I was born in Harlem, and I live in the Bronx now. It means being in touch with my roots and just knowing more about where I came from and my culture.
Recognizing the parts of yourself that come from African roots, like your curly hair, parts of your culture, the kind of music that we listen to.
To me, it means being unique. It means that every curl and strand on my hair is different and beautiful, and all the colors of my skin and the way they change with the seasons is beautiful, and I just am very proud.
That's a good question. I identify as Black. My family, on the other hand, they would just say, like, I'm Dominican. Personally, I identify as white and Black, being that my mom is dark-skinned, she's Black, and my father is white. He has European ancestry.
I feel like we all identify as Dominican. I feel like we're more about nationality than race in our house. But I feel like when I'm in a room full of people, I tend to relate more to people who are Black than people who are white.
I actually was taken in by my art teacher who is white and my math teacher who is Black. So I was raised by them, but the Latino culture is infused in me. So I just say that I identify as human and just being a loving person. I do love my Latin culture, and I do love the fact that I have African roots. And I was born in the Bronx, and I was raised with mostly Latino and Blacks, so I identify more there. But I'm human, and I just want to be loved, and I want to love people.
It's actually a long story. I feel like it started with the dictator that we had. He promoted a lot of whiteness and European features, and he really came down hard on the Haitians and the dark-skinned people, so I feel like that has to do a lot with it.
What's actually going on? Rafael Trujillo's soldiers were ordered to kill all of the Haitian people living within the borderlines of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. You see, the Haitian people couldn't speak Spanish, and in order to determine if they were to be killed or not, they had to say the word perejil, partially in Spanish. If pronounced incorrectly, they would be killed on sight. Trujillo promoted lighter skin as the norm and covered his face with white powder to appear of a lighter skin complexion. You see, Trujillo was half Haitian and half Dominican. Not only was he killing thousands of Haitians, but he was hurting his own people.
Everything has always been Eurocentric. That's the default. That is the standard. Looking throughout history, how Black people have been the most oppressed race of them all. They don't want to associate themselves with them.
Because of how they grew up, because of the things that they were conditioned to do growing up, like straighten their hair, and like you're prettier if you're a little lighter.
I think sometimes people are scared to be different, and I think that they want to be safe and they want to kind of like run with the crowd. But I think that now more than ever, as we see on TV and in movies, we see transgender people coming out, we see more Black people in movies, and we see them in more lead roles. And I think that with the times, we're little by little seeing that embracing who you are and your culture and where you come from is important, and it is beautiful.
All of them. I've gotten everything. Usually people ask me if I'm mixed with something, and I'm just like, no, I'm just Dominican. I'm not mixed with anything. When it comes to ethnicity, Middle Eastern, like Saudi Arabian, Lebanese, I get Brazilian a lot. I do get Dominican, but that's if I'm around the area where people know what Dominicans are.
I feel like people can tell that I'm Caribbean, so I'm either gonna get like Puerto Rican or Dominican.
People always say, you Puerto Rican, right? And yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm 100% Puerto Rican. I'm not mixed with nothing special, whatever the people want to say. If they think it's not special, to me it is. I'm 100% Boricua, and I wouldn't want to be anything else.
Let your hair out. Stop straightening it. Just let it be free and really look into what is in your past and what our ancestors were. So if you know your roots, if you know your ancestry, there's nothing wrong with embracing it. There's nothing wrong with identifying with it at all.
Ask questions, learn about where you come from, why you speak the way you do, I can't get rid of my accent, for example. Like, that's just there.
I would say, honestly, embrace who you are, because we're all beautiful and we all have talents and we all have something to offer. I think focus on that more than anything, more than what you look like, because it's really honestly what's inside. I know that it sounds cheesy, but it's really so true. If you just find your purpose and you find what you have to offer to the world and something good and positive to bring, then I think that the rest in life will follow along.
I love it. I love all the culture, and I love being able to have different cultures all in one because of that. So I have like the very Dominican side, and then it was like I was born and raised in Brooklyn, so that's how I act regularly, and then just kind of mixing everything around.
I love where I come from completely. I have nothing but love for it.
I am proud, and I think I didn't really embrace that until like maybe the last year, because again, like I just kind of walk around thinking that I'm Dominican. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. But yes, I'm incredibly proud, especially since I went natural like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, like I can do this. It's not like a requirement for me to have to like straighten my hair, because I hated going under the blower and just like sweating under that little thing. Like it's just really hard. So this is better. This feels more free.
I'm super proud. I am super, super proud because, you know, when I was a little girl, my dad told me, listen, you're Taino. Like, you're Puerto Rican and you're from Ponce, you're from Calle. Your roots, you know, are so important. Never forget where you come from. Never forget who you are. Speak Spanish. Learn Spanish. Don't be afraid to speak Spanish. Even if you mess up words, just, like, let your culture continue. Let it live on.